Hello. Envyive is back and now we're gonna have a little talk about Nmixx debut. Which is a pretty mess. Well, starting in production. We all know Nmixx is a fourth-generation new K-pop girl group formed by JYP Entertainment. The group, consisting of members Haewon, Lily, Sully-eun, Jinny, Bae, Jiwoo, and Kyujin debuted on the 22nd of February with their extremely clever albeit very questionable song O. the main track of the album Admire. We're just gonna talk about how their MV are made and the vocals choice of song, the copy, lyrics, conclusion, song concept and overall vocals, etc. We're starting with the copy of choice. From the very first syllable of the song, it delivers a very clear message, a questionable song meant to stay. OO has already garnered more than 21 M views 24 hours into its release and its success can largely, if not completely, be credited to the striking contrasts between its first and second halves. Containing different elements meant to hit different audiences is bringing back many listeners just to listen to those aspects of the song and ignore the rest. The song mixes various kinds of trendy beats, a dark dystopian concept with fresh, girl crush settings and mediocre, noisy vocals, which brings us to the next segment. Now, this is where I had to question their debut. Did they, or did they not, follow the trends? If not, have they set a standard for themselves? The answer to both questions is both a yes and a no. They are from a company known for bad marketing skills and music that is repetitive to the ears, so their debut, in many ways, has broken standards pretty well. They are now the odd one out in the JYP music market and have, if I were to coin the term, paved the way for future groups to use their sound as well. They have now set a trend for noise music in their generation and market, be it copied or not, and shall be a name to be reckoned with apart from aespa. As for the no, they have set a trend for themselves while also following in the footsteps of aespa, the fairly aged SM girl group. Both groups are now being known for their high-contrast music and directory. Albeit, aespa is being hailed as the superior in this field, which is true. Nmixx's attempt at being a trend themselves was partially a failure and one can hope to see betterment in their future comebacks. And no, they haven't set a standard for themselves, broadly speaking. The sound of their music isn't unheard of and has been popularized in recent times. They may have been unique in their own market, but for a more international, positive attention, they need to work. And as for that too, we'll now look at their overall vocals. And yay, of course, the vocals were on point. What do you expect from a group with that much pre-debut training? They really let each girl shine and it feels like each part fit each girl that sang it. Everybody seemed really into it and I could tell they gave it their best. Moreover, a few of them are pretty young. One is even an 06 liner, I believe. Despite them being so young, they still seem really strong vocally. So I like that. The over one, what the heck is Wook Wook? And don't even get me started on Shook Shook. Whoever wrote these lyrics needs to start reviewing their work before they submit it, because I'm pretty sure some of it is a typo or something. Like if it was shoot shoot or whoop whoop it still would have been pretty weird, but at least those are real words. Like they must have put the G in shoot by accident. Anyways, they really did the girls dirty, and are you ready for this one? The overall sound and graphics. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about here, so I'll start with the song concept first. This isn't talking about the lyrics or the vocals but about how the music sounds in connection with the video. The song concept. The scene I want to focus on is the riff-off scene. In this scene, a category is picked, X. R&B songs, and each group has to find a song that fits into that category. The first group starts and the next group's song choice has to start with the word that the other group used last. They cut each other off and there's really no organization whatsoever, so really the plan is just a whole bunch of improv singing. When I first heard the song, this scene immediately came to mind. It seems like the abrupt cuts in the song was almost them changing categories, if you know what I mean. You could liken it to a concept change but with way fewer strings attached. It reminded me of just going with the flow and adapting. When you think about it this way, the video makes way more sense. Video concept. The video changed concepts as well. I noticed that the first concept was something similar to Girl Crush and the next one was a really happy concept. In the video, it looked like they just fell through the Girl Crush set and landed in a happy one. After they realized they were on a different set, the song type abruptly changed. Then it changed back when they returned to the Girl Crush setting. This whole idea is very clever and brought me back to Pitch Perfect. If I'm analyzing this correctly, it seems like the changes in the video are the different categories and the change in music sound is them going along with it. In the video when they switched from Girl Crush to Happy, they looked pretty surprised. The same thing happens in Pitch Perfect when they get a new category and they have to immediately think of a song to sing. When I realized that it was similar to Pitch Perfect in that way, I came to appreciate the concept of the video a lot more. Mind you, I only watched it once, and I probably won't watch it again. So I had to have immediately likened it to Pitch Perfect, and if I figured it out that fast, then they must have done something right. And now my conclusion. In hindsight, the song could have been much better. But I have some appreciation for it because I can understand what they were aiming for with the video and song. I really like that the sound of the song and the concept of the video make sense together. Unfortunately, though, the lyrics don't. Moreover, if the execution had been a little bit better, the song would have been great. I also think that a lot of people weren't going to understand the concept either way. But when you do, it really makes a lot of sense. I heard a lot of people calling it messy, and I agree. But I think it's supposed to sound like that. Think about it, there's no way to cut off one song and start another without it sounding at least a little messy. And if I'm right about the whole Pitch Perfect thing, then it makes perfect sense why the song sounds like that. Anyways, this was just my thoughts on it, and I actually think it wasn't bad. It just needed a little more work. And actually, it is disappointing, and a pity. It's a pity that the girls have to carry this plagiarism tag everywhere because their company decided that it was a good idea to blatantly rip off a unique concept. Maybe they did it knowingly, or maybe they didn't, but looking at what people on Twitter are saying, it looks too similar to be a coincidence. The pirate concept is not very widespread in K-pop, so it is too similar for it to just be put down to everything has already been done. There was no way we could make this original, like Girl Crush, for example. I don't even want to praise the music video because it obviously does not look original. I appreciate the effort put in by JYP, but the final result is disappointing. Nmixx will now be associated with plagiarism by most stans, and their debut song unfortunately does not show off their talents in a suitable manner, so they will probably not have a very stable fanbase. Their hype will surely remain, but right now I don't think many people are looking to stan them. I am looking forward to a better song that will do justice to Nmixx's incredible members. Do better, JYP. And don't attack me for sharing my opinions, it is just real messy and also good at the same time. I might stan them, but no, I'll be just supporting them. And thank you for 48 subscribers. I'm sorry for you guys waiting too long for my new opinion, and please, if you have any suggestions, look at my description. And what do you think of the video? And also, I'm actually also thinking about making a part 2 of this Nmixx girl group. Stay tuned for that and I'll make a part 2 maybe? Thank you for watching, love you.